Steelers fans, drop everything right now because I've got breaking news that's going to blow your mind. Four massive developments just hit the Steel City, and every single one of them could completely reshape this franchise. Hit that subscribe button immediately, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see the next 2 seasons. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single update we drop here. Something extraordinary is happening behind the scenes in Pittsburgh, and most fans have no idea how deep this goes. The Rooney family is orchestrating moves that connect in ways nobody saw coming. We're talking about coaching hires that trace back to Green Bay, player tensions that could explode into major roster changes, a shocking release that would free up over $13 million in cap space, and a sneaky signing that could turn into pure gold. When you connect these dots, a crystal clear picture emerges. The Steelers aren't just making random moves. They're building something specific, something intentional, something that could bring Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh. Yes, you heard that right. Aaron Rodgers in black and gold might not be as crazy as it sounds. Let me break this down for you, starting with the most revealing move. Pittsburgh just hired James Campen as their offensive line coach, and this isn't just any ordinary coaching hire. Campen spent 18 years in Green Bay building elite offensive lines, 18 years working alongside Mike McCarthy, 18 years protecting Aaron Rodgers. These aren't just former coworkers, these are tight relationships built over nearly 2 decades. Here's what nobody else is telling you. Campen and Rodgers maintain a genuine friendship to this day. Not just professional respect, but real personal connection. When McCarthy got the Pittsburgh job, insiders knew he'd start bringing his Green Bay family to the Steel City. Campen is just the beginning. Think about what's really happening here. McCarthy is systematically surrounding himself with coaches who Aaron Rodgers knows and trusts. People who understand his communication style. People who've seen him operate at the highest level. People who can translate his complex pre-snap reads and audibles. This isn't coincidence. This is recruitment. The whispers around league circles are getting louder every week. Rodgers is seriously considering one more run, and he wants it with familiar faces. He wants proven systems. He wants championship infrastructure already in place. Pittsburgh is checking every single box on that list. But wait, there's more. The Steelers are interviewing Scott Tolzien for offensive coordinator, and guess what? Another Green Bay connection. Tolzien was Rodgers' backup quarterback for multiple seasons. He learned McCarthy's system as a player. He understands exactly how Aaron likes his offense structured. He knows the timing, the routes, the protections, everything. Currently working as quarterback coach in New Orleans, Tolzien has shown incredible development skills with young signal callers. But his real value to Pittsburgh would be bridging McCarthy's vision with Rodgers' preferences. That's quarterback whisperer territory right there. Add Jason Simmons from Washington, who also has Green Bay ties. Add the new running backs coach from Dallas. Add potential offensive line assistants being interviewed. Every single hire traces back to systems and people that Aaron Rodgers respects. This isn't random. This is methodical preparation. Now here's where it gets really interesting for Steelers fans. If Rodgers comes to Pittsburgh in 2026, he wouldn't be walking into chaos. He'd be walking into a ready-made championship environment with coaches he trusts, systems he knows, and infrastructure specifically designed for his skill set. That's attractive to any veteran quarterback, especially one with limited time remaining. Whether you love this idea or hate it, the connections are undeniable. Pittsburgh is quietly assembling the perfect Aaron Rodgers reunion tour, and they're doing it the Steelers way. No big announcements, no media circus, just smart moves executed in silence until everything's ready to reveal. But coaching changes aren't the only drama brewing in Pittsburgh. We need to talk about Nick Herbig because this situation is reaching a boiling point fast. A former teammate just went public saying Herbig is completely done being a rotational player, done with limited snaps, done waiting behind TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. He wants starter treatment or he wants out. Here's the uncomfortable truth Steelers fans need to face. Herbig isn't wrong to feel frustrated. When he's on the field, the guy produces. He creates pressure, disrupts plays, and shows legitimate star potential. But he's stuck in the most talented edge rusher room in football with no clear path to significant playing time. TJ Watt is 31 with a massive cap hit. Still good, but past his absolute prime. Alex Highsmith is younger, cheaper, and incredibly consistent. Nick Herbig is the youngest, hungriest, and most cost-controlled. From a pure business perspective, the math isn't complicated. New defensive coordinator Patrick Graham loves creative fronts and hybrid roles. Could he design packages where all three coexist? Maybe. But salary cap reality says you can't pay quarterback money to edge rushers and still build a complete roster. Something has to give, and that something might shock longtime fans. The Herbig situation represents everything challenging about modern roster construction. You draft talent, develop talent, then watch talent leave because you can't afford to keep everyone. It's heartbreaking, but it's reality in today's NFL. Fan reactions have been mixed on social media. Some want to keep Watt for his leadership and proven track record. Others argue Highsmith and Herbig represent better long-term value. There's no easy answer, but the tension is real and growing louder every week. Now let's discuss the potential move that has everyone talking. Multiple Pittsburgh media insiders expect Patrick Queen to be released, saving over $13 million in cap space. That's not speculation anymore. That's genuine expectation from people with inside knowledge. Queen's Pittsburgh tenure hasn't lived up to expectations. High missed tackle rate, inconsistent run fits, coverage issues that opposing offenses exploit regularly. His salary doesn't match his on-field impact, and that's problematic for any franchise operating under salary cap constraints. Here's the thing about Patrick Queen. He's not untalented. We've seen his all-pro ceiling in Baltimore. The speed, range, and athletic ability are all legitimate. But scheme fit matters tremendously for linebackers, and Pittsburgh's previous defensive structure clearly didn't maximize his strengths. The debate becomes fascinating when you consider Patrick Graham's defensive philosophy. Graham specializes in creative linebacker usage and hybrid roles. Could he finally unlock Queen's potential? Or is it smarter to cut losses, save the money, and rebuild the position with younger, cheaper options? $13 million in cap flexibility changes everything for Pittsburgh's offseason strategy. That's real money that could address multiple roster needs. That's veteran free agent money. That's trade capital. That's roster construction power that can't be ignored. Fan sentiment on Queen has been disappointment mixed with hope. People wanted the signing to work. They believed in his talent. But results matter more than potential in the NFL, and the results haven't justified the investment. Finally, let's talk about the move nobody's discussing but absolutely should be. Pittsburgh signed Perry to a futures contract, and this could become the steal of the offseason. Perry is 6'5" with excellent hands, strong route running, and explosive playmaking ability when given opportunities. His Senior Bowl performance had scouts drooling. His limited NFL action with New Orleans showed incredible efficiency numbers. Massive yards per catch, multiple touchdowns, legitimate big play threat whenever he touched the ball. So why has he bounced around practice squads? Partly off-field concerns that teams approached cautiously. Partly depth chart situations with no available opportunities. Partly timing that never aligned properly for extended looks. But the talent is absolutely undeniable for anyone willing to take a chance. Pittsburgh desperately needs wide receiver talent injections. This is the perfect lottery ticket signing. Low risk, high upside, no significant financial commitment. If Perry develops into a contributor, that's organizational gold. If he doesn't pan out, there's literally no downside. These types of moves separate smart front offices from average ones, finding hidden gems while everyone else chases expensive free agents, identifying undervalued talent that other teams overlooked, building depth through creativity rather than just throwing money around. When you step back and analyze all four developments together, the bigger picture becomes crystal clear. Pittsburgh is undergoing a complete organizational transformation. Not loudly, not with press conferences, but systematically and deliberately. Strategic coaching hires building familiar systems. Quarterback infrastructure planning for long-term development. Salary cap flexibility creation through difficult roster decisions. Youth movement positioning throughout the franchise. This isn't random chaos. This is calculated vision. The Rooney family has always operated this way. Make smart moves quietly, let results speak loudly. Build sustainable success through planning rather than headlines. Create championship infrastructure before announcing championship expectations. Whether every individual move works perfectly or not, the overall direction is unmistakable. Pittsburgh is reshaping its identity for the next decade of football. And when this transition becomes visible on Sundays, it won't look sudden or surprising. It will look inevitable, like the plan all along. Steelers Nation, the next 18 months will define everything about this franchise's future. Championship windows, quarterback decisions, roster construction philosophy, culture establishment. It's all happening right now, and we're witnessing history in the making. Stay locked in with us because this channel is your home for every update, every rumor, every breaking development as it happens. Hit that notification bell and join the most informed Steelers community on YouTube. This offseason is going to be absolutely wild, and we're covering every single moment together.